All right, all right, all right. Wow. What an amazing day we've got today. I'm so excited, everybody. Want to welcome you to a very, very, very special Elevate call. This is an Elevate Zoom that is open to the public, open to everybody, because guess what, everybody? Today, we introduce a new element to what was an already incredible platform. Elevate, which we launched a year ago, is about trading education. And up till now, we've been focused on educating you on how to trade in the Forex markets, the foreign exchange markets. And you know what? We've had so many people that have learned from Educate and that are literally earning money. And of course, we have a disclaimer that I'm sure we'll put up at some point. Mark, if you can help me find a disclaimer for Elevate, we'll put that up. We need to make sure that we do that. But we've got people who never knew how to read a chart, who didn't know what a candle or candlestick or a wick or indicators were. And they learned through the Elevate program how to understand those things. And many of them have progressed to become successful traders, which is absolutely fantastic. Well, guess what? Now we're adding some new elements to Elevate. What if you could also learn to trade in the cryptocurrencies markets, right? Like Leon James is in the Zoom chat. He said Elevate helped change his life, right? Pelanis Frutelica says she's excited to be here because it's helped change her life. We've had so many people. Dr. Latrice Legendary, she said she's received excellent education, right? So now we're taking this to the next level, going to teach you how to trade cryptocurrency. How many of you have heard of NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens. Well, guess what? As part of Elevate 2.0, you're going to learn what NFTs are, how to participate, and how to do it in a way that makes money. So exciting. Also, Web 3.0 and the metaverse. You're hearing these things, and I know you know that this is becoming the way of the world, and you don't want to get left behind. Well, that's what Elevate is about, the next level learning that's going to help you to, number one, not get left behind, and number two, should you choose to learn it, should you choose to apply the principles, to become profitable at it. So enough about that. I want to introduce you to our new friends, our new business partners, our new family members, the founders of the cryptocurrency, NFT, Web 3.0, metaverse training part of the Elevate education. And we're just so excited to have these guys as our family members. First, let me introduce to you Paul Trillar, right? And I know I'm not saying his name right, but guess what, guys? This is where our iBoomerang Zooms are where names go to die. Because Mark Kithcart, our VP of Marketing, and myself, we can really destroy some names. So Paul, take yourself off mute, come off camera, join me on here. And then I also want to introduce you guys to Jason Grigg, also one of the founders, one of the master trainers. And Jason, come on here as well. Good to see you guys. How are you? Welcome to the family.
Thank you, Tigray. So excited to be here. We're 9 a.m. on a Tuesday, not a sunny Tuesday in Australia. So thank you. So honored to be here with this amazing community.
Man, fantastic.
Yeah, truly excited to be here. Very humbled to be in front of the Elevate members to show you a little bit about the crypto side and what we're about, and what we've been involved with over the last 6 years. So yeah, really excited to get into it.
You guys are looking good. You're on brand.
Yes, on point.
You got your iBoomerang, Accelerate. You got your virtual backgrounds. You're looking great. Can't wait to learn from you. But you know what? Before we do that, I just want to point your attention to the Zoom chat and the Facebook chat. Everybody is so excited to see you guys and to meet you both. Curtis Gooch said, welcome to the team. Australia Boom. people are saying hello from all over the world. I mean, people are saying that they're too excited. They're giving you 8s in the chat because that's one of the things that we
the
do
8s
for Elevate. You get the 8s. So man, and me personally, I just want to say I'm so excited. From the moment I met you guys, I knew we were going to do great things together. And so let me turn the floor over to you guys. I'm going to disappear, everybody, because you know what? I can't teach you what these guys are going to teach you. But if you want to know what's going on in the cryptocurrency markets right now, what's going on with market conditions, you are about to learn from Paul and Jace. See you guys. I'll be back at the end.
Thank you, T. Gray. I'm going to have a quick 30 seconds, because let me tell you something about me. When I start, sometimes I don't stop, and Jace never speaks. So the man you need to hear from today is Jason. He has truly done what you guys are here to do, and that's trade to travel. He lived that lifestyle. He is the master of everything that we bring to the table, and a humble guy. So ask plenty of questions. I'll watch the chat and we'll extract some of that from Jace today. So Jace, take the floor, mate, and do your thing.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Once again, I'm truly humbled by the opportunity to actually be here with you guys. So for me, you know, I'm excited. I'm excited to be in a space where I can continue to do what I've always done over the last, you know, going into my sixth year now. But, you know, being able to extend that to you guys from Australia to, again, everywhere in the world, as I know Elevate is going to the next level and we're about to blow this thing out of the water. So I'm so excited for the opportunity. Thank you, Tigay. Thanks, Holton. Thanks, the whole Elevate and iBoomerang family. I'm really, truly excited to be here. So before we jump into it, just to give you a little bit of a background from myself and who am I and what did I start as and what led me to trading and getting me to this point in time. So my name is Jason Grigg. Prior to 2015, I just want to give you a bit of a framework of how things kind of happened for me. You know, prior to 2015, I was like many people. I worked traditional jobs. I was a real estate agent. I lived in the Philippines for some time. You know, my lifelong dream was to actually become a basketball player. So, you know, ever since a young age, I grew up playing basketball, made all the state teams, traveled around, played basketball, went to the Philippines, actually got drafted second pick for the Philippines team. And due to some unfortunate events with my dad, you know, things happened and I had to come back to Australia. But from there, I kind of opened up my eyes to, you know, things happen along the way. You know, you're on this path. I was on this path to become a pro basketball player pretty much all my life, and then things happened. But in hindsight, you know, things happened for a great reason. I now have a beautiful wife, you know, 2 kids, lovely family, and I'm excited to be where I am today. And it kind of led through going through the traditional way of you know, working normal jobs. Many of us work traditional jobs. And we kind of did that for a period of time. And then I got into, someone told me about financial planning. And in 2015, I decided that I would take the leap and learn everything there was to learn about being a financial advisor. And it kind of excited me that I was able to work with people, help people create wealth. And I knew that I was on a path to, you know, helping people create wealth. And I dived into, you know, superannuations and high managed funds and, you know, managing funds for clients. And I was like, you know, this is really exciting. And in 2015, I'd never even heard of Forex trading. I never ever heard of the ability to trade, and you could do that, you know, from a phone. As most of you guys know that are trading Forex, you have the ability to trade from your phone. And that kind of excited me. So while I was a financial advisor, working with people, dealing with, you know, people's funds and trading stocks and ETFs and that for clients, I then realized that I could do this on my own personal account from home, in the own space of from home, and then, you know, really learn about this. Now, 2015 was a time in my life where, you know, things happened. I got started into Forex trading, and like many of us, we go through a learning curve. In my first 2 weeks, I got a taste of what it was to make money in the Forex markets. I made $100 here and I made $50 here. And I'm like, how hard can this actually be? Now, for you guys that have been in the space for some time, you know that it does take time. It does take a lot of effort, and working on mindset is so important. My first 2 weeks of trading, I lost $30,000. I had savings of about $60,000. So can you imagine me telling my wife that I've just lost half of our money learning how to trade on my own because I was too cheap to go and learn from the experts or anyone like that. I just wanted to do it myself and jump onto YouTube, and I thought that was the best way that I could do it. Free, right? Free education. Not to say that there's not great education out there that is free, but free education, I thought that that was the way to go. And you just get so much information from so many different areas. And I'm like, wow, this is overwhelming. But how hard can it be, right? It can only go up or can only go down. You know, I learned my lesson in the first 2 weeks of trading and lost a big chunk of money. However, I realized that if I could lose that quickly, surely there'd be a way to flip that and make money as quickly. So I kind of stuck with Forex trading in 2015, really only focused on two things: trading the Aussie dollar to the US dollar, and also trading gold as well. Those were my two passions of my Forex journey when I decided that, you know, I really want to take this seriously. I want to start small and slowly grow my account over time. And yeah, I did that. I was able to create an income from trading the Forex markets. And even prior to getting into crypto, you know, the one thing that I really wanted to achieve, which was help retire my wife, I did that from trading. And then we decided to travel. And that became most of our life through 2016. It was just, you know, I learned a skill, I got good at a skill, and was able to, you know, fund our lifestyle and able to trade and travel. And I guess that's why we're all here today, to have the ability to, you know, trade from home, trade from wherever we are in the world, and, you know, travel at the same time. So that's what got me into Forex trading, and it was exciting. However, in 2016, someone said to me, and I kept hearing this word, I'm like, you know, Bitcoin this and Bitcoin that, and it's digital money and it's going to change the world and everything is going to be amazing when you get into Bitcoin. I'm like, what is Bitcoin? I had no idea what it is, but I knew that it was something that I want to be a part of. And the reason why I got started into cryptocurrency was my research was Bitcoin was, when did it start and who was involved? So obviously we don't know the creator of Bitcoin, but I was looking at, you know, being a financial advisor at the time, I was looking at people who are involved and want to be involved with this. And I started seeing some big names in the space. I started seeing, you know, Richard Branson, I started seeing Bill Gates, I started seeing all these people. Some people don't like some of those people, but there's a lot of high net worth people that were accumulating Bitcoin. And this was in 2016. I remember reading an article on CoinDesk and said there's a big list of people that started accumulating Bitcoin in 2016 when Bitcoin was around that $500 mark. So from there, I was like, well, it's $500. I'll buy a handful. What's the worst that can happen? It's like buying a stock. And I'm like, okay, this could be cool. I did that. And then I saw it go from 500 to 750. And I was like, hey, I just made some money here and I did nothing. So this is what it's like when I'm trading for my client, for my high net worth clients and buying ETFs and stocks for them. But this was me buying Bitcoin, which I had full control over, and I could buy it and sell it and do all that in the palm of my hands, like Forex trading. I was like, oh, this could be really cool. So I got started into Bitcoin when it was around the $500 mark, started, you know, testing the market, started buying and tried to sell a little bit here and there, try to see the ease of how easy it was. And I realized that the opportunity in the crypto space is like nothing that anyone's ever seen before, because even though it's been around since, you know, 2009, 2010, nobody, well, not really many people have heard about Bitcoin. So I'm like, okay, well, let's learn more about it and, you know, dive into it. And I told my parents about it. It was funny. I was telling my dad about Bitcoin and it was like, Dad, it's $500, buy some. He's like, what do you mean digital money? I've always got cash. I've always got my bank accounts. I know exactly how much is there. I know what's happening. I was like, just buy some Bitcoin. He was like, no, you play with that thing. It's not for me. Mum's very open minded. She's like, yeah, I'll grab 10 of those. And it was at $500. I'm like, what's the worst that can happen? You know, you've invested in other things. And mum was good. She held on to it. My sister as well. She's like, yeah, whatever you're doing, I'll do. She bought 10 grand worth at the time as well. And it kind of introduced us to a space where, you know, over time, and I saw it and I was like, people can make money in this space. So how can I help more people create wealth through this space? So again, I started adapting my strategies that I learned in Forex trading into the cryptocurrency space, and started to see if there was a way that, you know, we could help more people do what it is. Because I knew Forex was for me, and I knew Forex was personal, but I knew that I didn't want to start a company in Forex trading because of, you know, there's so many Forex companies out there. I wanted to start a company that was going to teach people about cryptocurrency. I believe that cryptocurrency was something that everybody needed to learn about, be educated about. And, you know, it's proven well over the last 6 years being in this space that so many people need to learn about it, because one way or another, whether you like it today or whether you see it in another 5 years from now, there's going to be a point in time where everyone will own some kind of cryptocurrency. So my goal was to teach as many people as possible. We created a course in 2017. And our very first course, we had 300 people. And in that 300 people, which is why I love the connection that we've grown with ELLEV8 and iBoomerang, is we called it the Spartan 300. So we created this foundation of new traders that are coming in and going through the grind of what it takes to be a trader. And we kind of built this culture around just the grind, going through it, working on mindset, working on wealth creation, and continue to fight and push so that one day we can get to a point where we can all be wealthy and we can create wealth and help everyone create wealth. And we kind of did that. And over the last 5 years, we taught, me personally and some of the coaches, we've taught over 15,000 people the art of technical analysis. Now, when I first got started in technical analysis and learning about trading, I was so overwhelmed. I was like, how is anybody going to understand this? How do we make it in a way that we can break it down so that anybody at any age can understand how to trade, whether it be Forex, whether it be crypto, whether it be stocks? How can we teach people how to read charts so that they can make, you know, educated decisions on their own from home? So again, we worked on a simplified way, and I created a course that was simple so that anybody from any age, from our oldest customer over the years was, I think, 82 years old, and our youngest one, who still trades to this day, who is now over 18 years old, created an account at 14 years old. So I knew that we've kind of covered everywhere from the high to the low, and we've created a way that people can learn how to trade and, you know, create wealth for themselves. So in the last 5 years, I've been so excited. And for me, it's not so much about the money now. It's how do I help more people? And for me, what continues me to continue in this space is the stories that come out of it, and the stories that, you know, I was able to buy Christmas presents for my family this year because of trading. I was able to buy a caravan and travel around Australia because of trading. I was able to quit my job and work on my own terms because of trading. And this is what keeps me going. This is what puts fire in my stomach to continue to want to educate and continue to help people achieve that kind of wealth. And in the last 9 months since we had the first discussion with Holton and Tigray, this has been 9 months in the making. We wanted to find a way that we could reach more people. So, you know, we taught a lot of people over the last 5 years. And our goal now is to reach as many people as we can around the world and around the states and in different states and in different countries. And that is why we decided to merge and jump in and be a part of the iBoomerang family. We saw a vision that Holton had, and we said our visions align. We want to help more people create wealth, and we decided to, you know, jump on board and do that together and help as many people as we can in this space create wealth. Now, that is, you know, an overview about me. That is, you know, kind of a quick summary of the things that have happened in the last in this space for us. But now I want to go into and talk about the education space. We want to talk about Bitcoin and where we currently are right now, and how, you know, depending on, you know, your knowledge, your expertise in this space, will depend whether you understand what I'm talking about. I'm hoping that I can give you a little bit of education around what's currently happening now, so that you know, or may hope to make those decisions that may help you move from where we are right now into the future. Now, Bitcoin itself, right? It is, like many things, cryptocurrency is a roller coaster. A lot of people say, oh, I'm so excited, it's going up. Oh no, it's going down and the world is ending. Oh, it's going up, I'm so excited, now the world is ending, right? So I get excited about this space. I'm excited as to where we are right now in the space, because there's never been a better time to learn about cryptocurrency than right now, because of where the market currently is. Reason why I say that is, when we got started in this space, in January 1st, 2017, Bitcoin was at $1,000. We then peaked in 2017, December of 2017, to almost $20,000. Then a year later, after peaking at $20,000 in December of 2018, we dropped 84%. So a lot of people had bought, and this is the importance of financial education, not only because of cryptocurrency and the opportunities that it presents, or Forex and the opportunities that it presents, but financial education can make you a lot of money over a period of time if you have a good psychology when it comes to trading. Over the last 5 years, almost every session that I have when I'm talking about, you know, the market and doing my scans for our students, I've spoken about the importance of psychology on almost every single lesson. They're like, yes, Jason, I get it. I get that psychology and mindset is 90% of the game. You say it every session. And the reason why that is because if you can't handle the market and the way that it cycles, then that's going to be the fastest way that takes you out of the game. Understanding that market cycles and the way they move and the way that currency moves, you need to be in the correct mindset depending when you buy in. Because the reality is somebody in December 2017 had to buy Bitcoin at 19,500. The next day when it dropped, that same person's thinking, what did I do? I didn't know when was the best time to buy. I didn't know what I was looking at. I had no education about it, but everybody was talking about it in the media. And then it dropped to 3,100 in only a year. And my investment now is down 84%. And people are like, well, crypto is not for me. So in the mindset of not having any kind of education when it comes to trading or cryptocurrency, many people that got in at $20,000 may have seen a drop to a few $1,000s and then saw it drop to $3,000, go, Bitcoin's dead, I'm out. So buying at the high at $20,000, selling at the low at $3,100 is enough to take someone out of the game forever. So our goal is to help educate people, right? Our goal is to show people that there is a way that you can be profitable in this space. And seeing those peaks, right? 20,000 to 3,100 drop, peaked at 14,000 in June 2019, dropped to 3,700 in March of 2020. During obviously the COVID debacle and everything that happened there, we had a 72% drop. And then from there, we essentially entered into a strong bullish market, and we peaked at 65,000 in April of 2021. But then we still dropped 55% and dropped back down to 28,000 in June of 2021. And again, we cycled to the peak at the highest time ever at 69,000, and then recently dropped to 17,500 with a 75% drop. But however, today hovering around that $20,000 to $21,000 mark. Now, a lot of people are, depending where you are and what your mindset is about crypto and how you've kind of seen it evolve over the years. Some people are in a panic mode right now. A lot of people are like, oh, crypto's $20,000. Is it dead? Is it over? And that would be the people that are uneducated. Whereas there's a lot of people now that have seen a market cycle and how it works, and going into a point where going, hey, now is probably the highest probability of making money in this space, being that we are at a 70 to 75 drop, and now is the best time to be a part of crypto. So when we come to you guys and we share with you over the coming months about the crypto space and everything that you can potentially learn and earn, obviously no financial advice, but learn and earn in this space, there has never been a better opportunity to learn about trading. Now, why is understanding market cycles important? Well, again, I talked about it, and I talk about the psychology of trading. You guys that are in Forex trading right now, that's where I start. That's where I started earning my bread and butter back when back 5 years ago in the Forex markets, but then realized that there was opportunity in the Bitcoin space and the cryptocurrency space. And the first thing that I realized that I needed to learn was getting my mindset right. And market cycles can throw you a curveball. They can make you have super highs. They can make you have super lows. But realizing that you're in a space of opportunity when the whole market is scared, or majority of the market is scared with what's happening right now, and everybody's putting out recession, and everybody's like, you know, this is what's going to happen, and everyone's all doom and gloom. This is the highest probability of you making money in this space during a time where everybody is scared. You know, you hear top wealthy investors talk about highs and lows of a market, whether it be real estate or stocks or crypto, the car market. I've seen some cars that were worth nothing to now worth, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's part of a cycle. It's part of the, you know, supply and demand of what people want in this space. And market cycles, especially when it comes to crypto, you need to have a good understanding, which, you know, we will teach you guys about in, you know, over the coming weeks, coming months, when you go into the new platform and learn about it. Market cycles are one of the most important things to, you know, consider. Now, when it comes to crypto, two things to think about is, are you a trader or an investor? And what I mean by that is, when we're talking about opportunity in the market right now, we know as a trader, when it comes to crypto, on average, when I first started, the average goal was, like Forex, let's make 2 to 5% gain on trades, right? It was 2 to 5%, and we're happy with that. Moving to the crypto space, we're now talking 10, 20, 30, 50, 100%. You know, when our groups combine, you'll see some of our traders making 400%, 500% off single trades. And I'm like, what is going on here? The opportunity kind of skyrocketed, but that also comes with leverage, right? So when I say, are you a trader or an investor, I'm talking about the opportunity right now in this space where Bitcoin is at that $20,000 mark to $21,000 mark. And again, not talking about giving you guys financial advice, but if you're in a point in time where you want to make a decision on, do I get into Bitcoin right now as an investor? Because as a trader, if the market's down, we short, if the market goes up, we go long. And there's always going to be opportunities as a trader. But as an investor that has no education around trading or what to do in this space, as an investor, when you're looking at Bitcoin right now, and it's hovering at 20,800, I have multiple screens here, so I'm always looking at the markets. When it's hovering at 20,800, and you're deciding whether it is a good time to get into the market, the best piece of advice that I can give you guys that's not financial advice is, if you believe that Bitcoin right now at $21,000 is going to be worth more than $21,000 from the next year or 2 years or 5 years, depending on how long your goal is or your plan is, then it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to grab a little bit now, okay? Because your belief, and this is based on you and your decisions, your belief is saying that, well, I believe in cryptocurrency, I believe in the space, and I believe in things that can happen over the years. And knowing and understanding market cycles of us peaking at $65,000, coming down to 30, going to $69,000, and now back down to $20,000. If you understand market cycles, which we teach about and, you know, tell you guys the importance of, you will then see that, okay, well, we're just at the low. We're heading into these lows of a market. Not saying that 21,000 is the bottom right now, but we're heading into these parts where we are at the bottom of a potential swing where opportunity is at its maximum. So if the opportunity is at its maximum and you're an investor deciding when is the best time to buy into crypto, you just have to think of, regardless of what price is right now, whether it drops down to 17,000 or 15,000, or some traders are calling 12,000, you have to think that, is the opportunity going to be of value? Is it going to be worth more than that in a year from now, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now? Because me personally, my goal, my objective is to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible because I have a long-term plan on it. I have a 5-year goal. I had an initial 5-year goal. I was like, man, I need to accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible because in 5 years from now, I want to see what it's at, see what it's done. And I was fortunate to get in at an early time, accumulate Bitcoin through trading. And now we're in a point in time where my 5-year plan is now extended another 5 years because I'm so high on the learning and the education around cryptocurrency that is forever evolving. We've got NFTs, we've got Web3, we've got the metaverse, we've got so many things happening in this digital space that cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. So why not now a better time to learn about it and invest in it? So for me, my goal, again, another 5 years from now, accumulate, and get it to a point where, you know, in 5 years from now, I know personally, based on watching market cycles, well, I can't say I know, but I have a good, strong feeling based on market cycles and being through multiple highs and lows of cryptocurrency that I believe that it's going to be worth more than what it's currently at down the future. That is me personally. That is my personal opinion based on what I'm doing is to accumulate because I'm very much long-term on crypto. So bear markets are usually a shakeout and only the strong survive. And again, what I mean by that is you're going to be put into a space, okay? Cryptocurrency is quite volatile, but you're going to be put and surrounded in a space of many different projects, many different coins. There's thousands of coins now that are in the market, but depending on the project, depending what they are, there's going to be a shakeout and there's going to be all these coins that were worth a few dollars, that were worth a few $100s that are now worth pennies on the dollar. They're worth cents right now, right? They're kind of a bear market kind of pulls everyone out of what may have claimed to be good to actually being good. You know, the strong survive when it comes to a bear market. And again, that comes back down to you as a trader, you as an investor, but then also the projects that happen in the market, because there is so much, excuse my language, so much shit that is put out in this space where people are just buying for the opportunity. Everybody in this space knows, if you know crypto, then you know Dogecoin, you know Shiba Coin, right? You know these coins that have this manipulation that's run by TikTok and YouTubers and things like that, or Elon Musk that he just makes a post and all of a sudden a coin goes up, right? That kind of that kind of opportunity that people see as an opportunity is actually not the best opportunity. Yes, you can make some money in the short term, but I've seen more people lose money for buying things like that than educating themselves around the space. So what to do next? And I'm going to leave it there for me. I believe I've spoken for half an hour already. But what to do next is educate yourself, guys. I'm so excited to be here with ELLEV8, with iBoomerang, sharing my knowledge and all the other trainers that we're about to bring into the ELLEV8 program to talk about the NFT space, to talk about DeFi space, where, you know, learning about, well, I don't want to learn how to trade, Jace, but I would love to know where I could, you know, place some money and potentially earn a return by not doing a whole lot. Learning about the DeFi space that has those opportunities, the CeFi space, which is centralized. There's so many things that you can learn in the crypto space, which, you know, we're so excited to bring to you guys. I've loved every minute of teaching over the last 5 years that I've been doing it with, you know, the hundreds and thousands of students that we've had over the last few years. But what to do next is to, you know, be a part of the ELLEV8 subscription. It's such an exciting space. You know, we've been around since, you know, us personally been around since 2017, teaching people everything about the crypto space, but cryptocurrency has been around since 2010. And in the last few years, everything else opening up, opportunities opening up, NFTs, DeFi, metaverse, Web3, the wealth creation opportunities in this space, I believe is going to far exceed many things that are currently out there in the world. There's going to be more millionaires made out of cryptocurrency, whether it be you made money from NFTs or DeFi, whatever it is, in this space than many other markets out there. So get educated, be a part of the space, and thank you for hearing me out today and listening. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being on this call, and I value each and every one of your time. So I'm going to pass it over to Paul and he's going to talk a little bit about the economics of where we're currently at and what's further to come. Thanks, Paul.
Thank you, Jace. Fire, mate. Well done, delivering value as always. Mate, your knowledge in the space is amazing, and I know for the guys listening today, like we're not in a hurry, but we've got a short amount of time where we're talking about what we want to share with you guys, and we kind of want to unload, but we know that's not the best way to do it. So you guys are going to get the information from start to finish, and everything that our amazing team continue to do in the markets and understanding different opportunities and how they work. And it's just going to come over time, because this is a time-based journey. And we also understand that everybody's a little bit different. And Jason touched on a few really good points there, is about understanding whether you're an investor or whether you're a trader. And so let me share something my entire team knows. I am not a trader. And people say, Paul, how can you say that? You're a part of a trading company. But the reality is, I dive deep into economics and the other factors to invest within the crypto space. I'm not a trader. I do know how to do a bit of TA. I've been around Jace for long enough to know, but it's not where I play. But that doesn't mean that you can't make money in the space. And you need to understand, Jason talked about one critical component, and that critical component is psychology. Your mindset, guys, like you've been a part of this journey, I'm assuming, for a period of time. You're in the best company on the planet with the best leaders on the planet when it comes to psychology. Now, just because we're talking about crypto doesn't mean that the psychology changes. You're gonna hear people talk about, and I've heard a few of your leaders already talking about, building wealth and energy flow and vibration and frequency and proximity and knowledge and education and all of those things. They are no different. They are no different just because you're entering the crypto space. This is whilst there are a massive amount of opportunities here, this is not just come in and suddenly I need to be in crypto and it's all going to go off. You need to get the education. When one of the things that we used to hear a lot in our community was about the people who went out and they learned something from YouTube and they took hits and they lost money and they thought that was all there was to it. And they took a hit on their crypto, and then crypto is not for me. And we used to hear that a lot, but we also know that when they came in and got an education to understand that there are many, many things at play here. So where do I focus? As I said, I focus on economics. We threw the disclaimer up there early. We didn't really talk about it, but you guys know the gig. None of this is financial advice. Do your own research, get independent financial advice. We are here to give you tools and resources. And it's about you guys taking that 1% of information that works for you. Now, this company has a truckload of information and value to deliver you. You don't need it all. You just need to do little bits and apply. And that's what part of being the community is about. So what I want to share with you today is a little bit about the cycles, not so much how the cycles trend, but where are we now? Like, where are we now? And a lot of you guys, I'm seeing the chat, a lot of you guys are, in the US, there's lots of stuff happening. A lot of people using the recession word and lots of other things happening. So I want to talk about how those things make an impact, but more importantly, is about the psychology to get things going and let's get your shit in order. So I want to put another disclaimer out there, guys. I'm not a presenter. I'm not a guy who can come in and motivate. You've got the best on the planet for that within this organization. So I'm just going to tell it like it is and talk to you from what I see. I have a huge focus on energy flow, vibration, but don't get that confused and think that you don't need to do the work and you don't need to have a solid plan, because you do need all of that. And this is there are a bunch of things, this is a journey, and it's a continual journey where you keep learning and, you know, making mistakes and hopefully learning from those mistakes and focusing on the right things and not being led by fear. And, you know, we'll put a plan together and we'll help you with those plans. That's part of the stuff that we do is, you know, help you create a great plan for financial wealth and success. So we'll talk about crypto cycles, but I also want to talk about money and economic cycles as well. I want to sort of highlight today a few things that are impacting the current market. I want to talk about how to prepare. A question we get asked, and I've taken a few notes of some of the questions in the chat. And whilst we're not going to go deep into TA or we're not going to break down ETH or anything like that, I know there was a few people asking, and you know, normally I'd love to have that conversation, but that's not for today. But one of the other ones is it too late? So where are we in the cycle? And the question that Jace finished off with is, what do I do next? So I think it's important to understand that the first piece of the equation for me, whether we're talking crypto or anything else, is that you've got to learn to master your money. You've got to take control of your financial situation, because, you know, jumping into crypto or Forex or whatever else it is that comes along is not the full 100% of the solution. Okay, it's an opportunity, and there's a lot of opportunity here, but let's be real, guys. If you're not taking control or taking care of the shit that you've got going on in your life and being disciplined, my team know me. I have two value words that are really, really important driving keys in my life, and they are discipline and commitment. I think it's amazing to be motivated, but when you're not motivated because the market's just crashed by 80%, then you have to put the discipline hat on, and you have to, you know, you have to continue with your rituals. You can only do that if you've got a plan. So we have to go through this whole process and create a plan. I want to say that, you know, nobody, regardless of your current financial situation, should be afraid of money. You have to take the steps. You have to take the steps to take control of money and understand. You know, I always say to our community that I don't want to cheapen life for all that life is, but I want to say that, you know, I say that life is like a game of Monopoly. So, you know, one way or another, you're either participating or you're not. You're rolling the dice or you're spectating. But if you're in the game, you know, you roll the dice, you move around the board, you're either paying rent or you're collecting it. You're paying taxes, you know, you're collecting some money as you pass go. But if you're just participating, you know, and you land on someone's property, you're still paying the rent. You've got to get in the game and understand that money is a game in that sense. It's not something that should be controlling you. And I understand a lot of people feel like that your financial situation, you might be controlled by the fact of how much money you have. Just remember that money is a derivative of your resources and your imagination. So you have to get those things in order. You know, we talk about, you know, Jason, the trading, and, you know, we got a saying here that is that at some point, the limitation of your success will not be the lack of knowledge, but a lack of a mindset. Okay, because, you know, Jace is here. Jace has been through 4 market cycles in crypto crashes that he's laid out for you before. You know, and Jace has a view now. Whilst Jace is a trader, he's also an investor, because he believes in the underlying structure and conditions of particularly Bitcoin and the crypto market. Now, in the crypto space, guys, you know, like I want you to look at this like you would at a stock, or like when you're walking down the street. Okay, so you see some businesses that have got everything switched on, and they've got resources, and they're cashed up, and they're a good solid business. But then you got the others that come and go, and the crypto market is no different to that. The economics of the market are built by some really quality first layer cryptos with good tokenization and good utilities and good underlying structures and good people behind them. and a first world usage, but others don't. Okay, so there is, just don't make any mistake thinking everything's gold. You've got to do your research. Not everything is gold. There will be things that you can make money from in the crypto space that if you hang on to them because your strategy is wrong, you think that this is an investment and not a trade, then you're going to lose out because they will fall to zero. And we've seen that happen recently with some things that people thought were huge, and a lot of people got burnt. But you know, this is no different to what's happened 4 or 5 times over in the cycle, and what happens in the, you know, in the financial crashes. You know, my team and I were reading through the 10 greatest, you know, effectively market crashes around recessions that have happened, and there's been some big things over there. But you'd be interested to know that number 10 on that list is COVID 2020. That was a market that was a market dump. If you guys remember that, if you look at the S&P 500 or something like that, and go back to February 2020. And why am I telling you this? Because it's really important to understand where we are in the market. Now, you guys, I don't generally talk about COVID because everyone around the world has an opinion. It doesn't really matter what your opinion is, but here's a fact, is that you can't put trillions of dollars into the global economy and expect that it's sustainable. And that's the reality. You know, Jace is a TA trader, technical analysis. So he looks at the charts, and if you go back far enough and looking at those charts, you'll see that any time that we've had that high level of stimulus, you know, the bubble always bursts. You guys had, in the States, you guys had, you know, a massive housing crisis. We had a massive housing crisis. All of that, if you look back, look left, as Jace would say, if you look back far enough, the data is there. You know, so there's nothing new here. Whilst there are new players and new exciting cryptos and things that come in to the market cycle, the entire cycle is the same. It follows a pattern, and you have to learn, you have to be around those people that can help you learn that pattern. So what happened in 2020, February, March? Well, we just put, I don't know the end number, but it was trillions of dollars into the economy. We overstimulated an economy that was already showing some poor signs moving forward. And if my personal opinion, even if you don't ask for it, I'm going to give it. You know, we were in a poor state back then anyway. And I kind of felt like we became this COVID economy based on stimulation. Now, where are we now? Well, we're having a massive pullback, but it's not just crypto. You know, most of the stocks you guys will have seen huge hits in. And that is where we get, Jace mentioned a word and he said shakeout. And that's what we're having happen. Now, this is where your psychology comes in. If you were in the middle of trades and you weren't seeing this, then you would have some problems. But if you were trading, you know that a bear market is a great time to trade. We make money going up as traders. We make money going down. As investors, if you're looking at how much the value of your holdings are right now and you're concerned about that, then I would say that you're probably not necessarily an investor with a long-term view. Now, when I talk about investment, I'm talking 4 years, 5 years, 10 years to understand that the way that the cycles will have to come, which is why we have certain cryptocurrencies that that me personally, that I'm invested into, and Jace, you know where he is. He's a Bitcoin man, but he also has some other holdings. So you have to understand where things are and where they're going and what you are, but also understand that economically, this is not, what we hear, I don't know about you guys overseas, but what we hear in Australia is the great crypto crash. And it just amuses me because it's marketing hype to talk about crypto when everything else out there, bar a few, stocks have been impacted by what's about to happen. Now, I know you guys are a couple of days away from the end of your second quarter, and there's a possibility that the recession word might be made official and all that sort of stuff. And what's going to happen at that point, guys, is that we're going to see some fear in the market. The narrative is going to change. But that is why it's a crucial time for you to be involved in communities like this, where you can get educated and not be reactive to what's happening in the marketplace, but actually be prepared for it. I said before, you know, being prepared means getting your shit in order. Now that's financially as well. I don't know if we're allowed to say that on Zooms, but I guess we'll learn that.
No, not particularly, but I think that's like 4 now.
Yeah, well, that's all. Yeah, well, you know, hey, I won't say that again. I'll say other stuff. Get your stuff in order. Get your life in order. Don't be afraid. If you guys go out and in the next few weeks you hear the word, you know, over media that we're now in some official recession, just remember that the only thing that changes between being in an official recession to where we are now is the name that it's given. Okay, because realistically, the data is the data, the statistics are the statistics. We are where we are in the cycle. Okay, so putting a name recession out there is based on a level of control by gaining a little bit of fear. I don't want you guys to be afraid. I want you guys to see this as an amazing opportunity. Now, you've got some extraordinary leaders in your community, and all of those leaders, and I've heard them talk about the biggest opportunities for building wealth is right now. And it's going to be, I'm not going to give you a timeline, but we've got some time. We've got 12 months at least. There's going to be some significant opportunities, but as traders, there's huge opportunities as well. While this market is moving, here's the beautiful thing about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is like some people say it's a bad thing, but it's renowned for its volatility. But volatility gives you opportunities, or it gives the knowledge trader opportunities, you know, make good money on the way up, good money on the way down. But make no mistake, now is a massive opportunity for building wealth. One of the things you need to remember, in order to build wealth, I know some traders who make a lot of money, but when we talk about getting your stuff, change that word, getting your life in order, it's about also remembering that there's a very big difference between cash flow and investment. So if you're trading to cash, if you're trading to generate cash flow, you know, it's about what you do with that cash flow that you're utilizing in your life. You know, I've had a lot of mentors, and I've listened to a lot of people, and, you know, again, nothing I'm teaching you is really new. It's about reiteration and cementing in what you've learned and putting it into practical application, is that you have to be able to invest and know where to invest. And we're going to teach you some of that within the crypto space, some of the opportunities that are there as well. You have to plan. You guys, you've got to have a plan. You have to be patient, but those who plan and be patient will prevail. Remember, when I talk about making money, you know, I want to dive deep. If I'm invited back for not swearing, I want to dive deep into money and psychology with you guys, because that's what I love. I love helping people create the opportunity to build wealth. Now, wealth in life, if you're out there, you're thinking dollars, that's cool, but that's not all I'm talking about, okay? Because wealth comes from emotion, all right? And we can change that in a heartbeat, where we get what we think, the emotions that we feel on a daily basis. You guys are here not only for the opportunity, but deep down you're here because you're a part of such an amazing community, This, you know, and I know that's what we loved, and I know that's why, you know, working through with the iBoom and the ELLEV8 team, what we loved about you guys was that we were really, really complimentary. We have an amazing community. I know our guys are up on this call as well, so we're so proud of that, and so we're going to work well together. But these are all the reasons that you're here. If you plan and be patient, we can help you with the wealth creation. We can help you with the trading. We can help you with the strategies. You have to do the work though. Just having a good mindset is part of the equation, but you can't think yourself rich. You can't think yourself rich. So just quickly, I don't know, I'm going to only speak for a couple of more minutes, Tigre. I don't know what my time cap is, but if I keep going, I'll just dive in and we'll be here for a week. So 2020, what happened in 2020 that potentially are impacting where we are now? So millions of people around the world took massive amounts of financial assistance from the governments. We changed the way that we work. You guys are all here on a Zoom, right? Zoom is prominent in everyone's life right now, but it wasn't so. You know, we were still using Zooms and we're still doing Zooms, but we really changed the way that we worked. But what does that also mean? That also means that we lost a significant amount of human connection and interaction face-to-face. Face-to-face meetings virtually disappeared. So one of the things that I want to ask you guys, and I don't need the answers, but I need you to write down the answers, is what did you do? What did you do over the last 2 years? Because you're here, you're on this call now, you're a part of this amazing community, but you know, I'm one who likes to see people take action, because being a part of this amazing community is a part of the equation. You guys know that life has ups and downs and takes you on a journey, and you need all of the pieces, and it's a continual process of working and improving yourself and improving your knowledge and being dedicated and committed and focused. And yes, understanding part of this crazy economic environment that we're in. You don't need to be an expert, because you have experts. That's what part of mentorship is about. You have experts to help you with that. But you've got to commit, you've got to dive in. And here's the one thing I want you guys to do for today. I want you to do a complete reevaluation of your financial situation. Now, you're on this call potentially because you want to learn about crypto, which potentially means that the mindset is something about finance, so or your wealth creation goals or whatever. So dive deep, understand where you are, because you cannot move forward without a solid stake in the ground to know where you're starting from. And what our goal is that's, you know, it's a part of the overall vision, is to help as many people live an amazing life. Now, I'm not going to put a financial caveat on what an amazing life is, because everybody is different. Okay, but this is about the vision to set you free. Whatever it is you want in life, you can get. You're a part of an amazing community with amazing people. You've got the best on the planet in terms of mentorship from the leaders of this community. You've also got what I firmly believe is the best on the planet with the team that you guys are getting introduced to in the crypto space. I know you've already got amazing Forex educators and traders. So you guys have the tools, but you have to do the work. Doing the work starts with getting yourself invested. Invest into yourself. If you're not a subscribed Elevate member, I don't think the next calls, we've got calls this week from our team going out on cryptocurrency. We've got, and I think Tigre will cover this anyway, amazing lady call happening with our female educator, Deanna. Milan's gonna share some stuff with you just this week. Just this week, Milan shared 2 free NFT projects that you could get into. And I know some of those people who got into those projects have been selling those NFTs for 500. I heard one the other day sold for 1 ETH, so $1,000 just from free projects. So there's lots of opportunity here, but you have to be invested. And just like that, Tigre's all over it. These are the calls. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for giving us your time, because to me, time is the most valuable resource and you should guard it, but also use it wisely. I'm excited to be a part of this community and to be able to share, you know, some knowledge with you down the track. And I'm excited for our team and what we know we're going to bring to you guys. But we look forward to seeing on the next couple of calls. Tigre, if I've missed anything, now's your opportunity to rescue me and take over, my friend.
Man, you don't need any rescuing. You guys rocked it today. I just want to say a huge, huge thanks to you and to Jason. What a taste. Oh my God. And you know what, Jason, I didn't know you were going to come on and tease us like that. Like, I'm like looking in the chat. You took us like all the way to the edge, and it was like you were getting ready to get down into it. And I was like, yeah. And you're like, nope, you got to subscribe.
Got to be a part of it. Got to be in it to win it, as they say.
That's right. That's right. So, hey, folks, as Paul mentioned, when he figured out how to do it without swearing, as he mentioned, we've got some great classes coming up. So today was the big appetizer. And Paul and Jason just did a phenomenal job. And Paul, what you shared about the mindset and how to think about the market. I mean, that's really some of the best stuff ever, right? Yeah, just encouraging people to get the right mindset about money, deep stuff. And this is what everybody has to look forward to. And you know what, guys, I was doing a planning session today with two of our top educators from our senior educators from the Forex side. And guess what? We were talking about the exact same thing, right? Helping people get their mindset right. But hey, everybody, get subscribed because tomorrow night, NFTs with Milan and Sham. And Wednesday night, crypto trading basics with Deanna. That's right, girl power coming to the ELLEV8 platform. But unlike tonight, you have to be an ELLEV8 subscriber in order to participate. So I want to thank these guys again. Hey, everybody, throw your 8s in the chats if you appreciate it, what you learned tonight. If you learned something, put 8s in the chat. If you want more of this, put 8s in the chat. Love it. Show Paul and Jason the love. If you're on Facebook, give us those stars to feed the children of the Boom Foundation. The stars are definitely appreciated. And any parting words, you guys?
No, from well, yeah, from me, just want to say thank you once again, Tigray, for putting this together. And yeah, again, truly humbled to be able to share with you guys our knowledge and just help more people create wealth through the cryptocurrency space and the wealth creation space. That, you know, there is so much exciting stuff happening. And like I said earlier, there is no better time to learn about cryptocurrency than in a bear market, because profits are realized in a bull market. So learn now, get excited. I'm excited to teach you guys.
Oh yeah.
And guys, don't forget, if you've got any crew over this way, we've got the Australian event on July 16th, full day event with your CEO, Mr. Holton Bargs, and Johnny Wimbury, Black Diamond, and a host of people, and you'll get to meet us. So looking forward to getting you guys there. Can't wait.
Absolutely.